We all have a skeleton in our closet. We have those things we don't want people to find out. We have those things we don't want to remember and wish we could put them away in some place where no one will be able to find it. However, you can't outrun your regrets and your troubles. They always have a way of catching up with you. Personally, I've grown tired of running from this regret of mine, so I believe it's about time I get everything off my chest. When I was in high school, like most, I had a good group of friends. There were only 5 of us, but we would always be hanging out. We were really good friends, and we thought that it would all last forever. We thought it would, but we all ended up going to different colleges. We hung out every now and then, but we slowly started drifting apart. Our group had dissolved by the time our first year of college ended. We had also made new friends while at our respective colleges, and it was a lot easier hanging out with these people than the people in our group. Halfway through our senior year, however, we decided to have a little get-together, so we could recreate how things were back in the day. I guess we all were feeling a little nostalgic and wanted things to go back to the way they were in high school. Anyways, everything was a little awkward at first. It had been a few years since we all saw each other last. Everyone was there and we all ended up having a blast, and we decided to make it a weekly thing. We would all convene at a predetermined location on the same day every week. The next week, the 5 of us, Nick, Ellen, James, Chris, and myself, met up at a bowling alley. We thought it would be fun to do some bowling. Again, we had a great time, and we kept going on with doing these weekly meetups. We had been doing this for a good month or so, and at one point Nick just stopped showing up. I heard that he had gotten into doing drugs, and his druggy friends kept putting pressure on him to hang out with them more often. I actually didn't like him that much anyways. He was so annoying, and he tried forcing his opinions on us. Despite Nick's disappearance, we continued to do these meetups. The atmosphere had gotten a little more awkward. We still had a really good time, though. One thing I learned through these meetups was that, out of all of us, Chris and Ellen were the only people who had stayed in contact with each other. Apparently, during high school, they had gotten together. So we hung out a few more times. We had gone to an arcade and hung out at some of our houses. One week, we decided to play some video games at James's house. Everyone who at this point usually showed up was there, save Chris. Ellen was just sitting there sobbing the entire time. Whenever I tried asking her about Chris, she wouldn't respond and just cried some more. I guess they broke up or something. They seemed to be a good couple, but I'm not too sad. I remember I had a crush on her and Chris knew it, but he got together with her anyway. Well, after that, Ellen stopped showing up, so it was just James and me, and we went our separate ways shortly thereafter. James and I never really saw eye to eye anyway. It's been about a few months since our group split up again, and I still can't get the smell of death coming from my closet to go away. I thought their bodies would have stopped decaying by now.